Chat, here we go. We continue coverage of the 2v2 EU Cash Cup tournament. We've got Fairy Peak and Chaussette against Charlie B and Noah Saki here in the winners finals. Winner, of course, advances to the grand finals, and then we'll have to follow the lower bracket to see who will make their way to challenge one of these two. Yesterday, we saw a rematch, and you do see this often. You know, whoever does get eliminated from the winners finals finds their way right back to the grands. There are some strong teams down in lowers. Hard to say if these guys will be able to fight their way back up if they do lose this one. So a lot on the line. The OGs of Fairy Peak and Chaussette. Charlie B, though, going to be the first to score. We just watched this Caliente team take down the likes of Dignitas. Dizzy and Jack were absolutely cooking yesterday when we watched them. But in a Game 5 OT, it did not go their way. Noah Saki and Charlie B showed a great bit of synergy early in their matchup against Dig. It seemed like they were maybe going to run away with it before having to just barely stop the reverse sweep. Noah Saki's got a 1v1 and a big boost advantage. Chaussette will dive. It won't work. Noah Saki will make it 2-0. Fairy Peak picking up the 100. Trying to beat both, but off his reset drops the ball down. Noah Saki, his flick does not connect, forced a back pass. Not sure what Noah Saki was hoping for on that setup. Nowhere around to make a follow-up, but it's definitely been all Caliente here at the start. Yet to see a real strong attack for the French legends. Both of them probably streaming, by the way. Fairy Peak and Chaussette have been doing a good amount of streaming as of late, as far as I'm aware. Unless something has changed. Try to be on 4 boost. That ball bouncing too high. Has to just sit around and wait. This shot has a chance. Fairy Peak needs to bump, or at least try to. I'm not sure it would have mattered. Charlie B ultimately does not make it back. Noah Saki maybe trying to lob that up into what he felt like was a no man's land tough position to work with. But they still found the shot. Charlie B to the back wall. Noah Saki sends it down. Not much Charlie can do with it. So he just lobs it up to keep it in a good spot on the backboard. He's going so slow and he missed the boost pickup. He's looking like me out there. I feel like he wasn't even going at full drive. Maybe I'm crazy, but I don't even think he held the trigger all the way down. He was just on a leisurely stroll and then did not pick up the midfield 100. Fairy Peak passed himself. It's going to be a tough one to stop. Great shot and great save. It was top right, but still denied. Charlie B, nice cut around Fairy Peak, who had gone all in. Gonna make it 3-1 with 50 seconds left to go. Good punish. We have Zapatos, who's the shoe. Chaussette, who's the sock. Who is their third on their 3v3 team? Autumn? Foot? The Foot. You're assuming there's a player called Foot? Cheese? No. Atto. Atto's actually pretty good. Atto. Chaussette and Zapatos. Fairy Peak air dribble setup. Chaussette actually had a strong chance to make it a loss by 1, but it will be a loss by 2. Caliente continue the strong run, up 1-0. Okay, I believe I fixed the bot. You might not get scammed by, how do you say, 7TV anymore. As long as it starts. Dig versus Oli Yoris playing right now. Ooh, that is a good match. But I feel like we got to stay with the winners. Game number 2. Fairy Peak and Chaussette. If Fairy Peak had known that a miss like that was going to happen, he might have been looking at a wide open net. This is just winners finals, not the final. Charlie B able to deal with the physical play of Chaussette. Dodge him there and then get the flip to finish over the top of Fairy. And a mod goes down. Charlie B, nice resets. Ooh, nice bump to not allow the recovery. Noasaki on the ball, trying to turn this back in. Charlie B makes sure nobody will be able to stop him. Noasaki, another great setup. Charlie B, reset touch. Going for 2. Double reset. Can he get the dunk? No. He was just trying to go chain resets together. And now he's left Noasaki alone. And Noasaki does get beat. Chaussette cannot get the double, though. Nice air roll from Noasaki, who is headed back to the ball to make sure he got the clear. Charlie B is going to go back to this one. Force a 50. Oh my goodness, dude. You're lucky I have it capped. Otherwise, that could have nuked that guy forever. Chaussette on the board. The Fairysock. I don't know if this is their first goal or not. But it's going to come off the nice interception from Fairy. And nobody home from Caliente. Is anybody from Appjack, Stizzy, and Joria Zoli streaming today? Or are we watching through friends list? Charlie B flick. Slam into the corner. Tried to play takeaway. Got himself killed because of it. Now Fairy Peak on the air dribble bump. Nowasaki makes a save from behind. Charlie B actually survives. If he had boost left over, probably had a really good... Dude, Charlie B, pick up that 100. Why can he not get that specific 100 boost? I swear it's not that hard. He's just like me for real. Frequent D, thank you for the 9 months. Tier 1. I was watching through friends list. Oh my goodness, 4Zinc is flexing. He has them on his friends list. How is that a flex? Because you're obviously their best friend? What? Of course. What do you mean? Oh no. Oh no. Nowasaki. Nowasaki. An own goal from downtown, baby. From behind the midfield line. Nowasaki finding a way to roll it into his own nets. Charlie B cuts, beats 2. Actually went too fast though. Can he pinch it in? He will. Easy pinch to the midfield. He had enough time after getting a great beat. Such a quick play to make both players miss. Charlie B gonna deny the bottom corner shot. He does pick up the midfield. Let it be known, Charlie B has a 100 boost courtesy of the midfield 100. Will he ever miss it again? His streak is currently impeccable. I think he might have just... Oh no, he did either missed that midfield or it hadn't spawned. He might have missed another midfield. It's hard to say. We didn't have the best angle. Ooh, what a save from Nowasaki. Charlie B trying to go low 50, gets demoed. Charlie B reset, shot top shelf. 4-2 for Caliente. Charlie B with a soft first touch. Controls the ball and slots it in the top of the net. Shot, flick, Fairy follow-up. Maybe not out of this yet. Nowasaki playing passive. Did not expect that strong of a flick. Wait a second. Fairy Peak with the bump. Shot set. Nowasaki actually backflipped out of it. This one floating dangerously. Nowasaki playing a bit of keep away, but he can just let it hit the ground now, but they're not going to. They're going to try and keep it up. He's clearly pre-flipping to keep it up and succeeded in doing so. Now there's a chance, but it'll hit the ground. Game number 2. Going to go to Caliente in this best of 5. Game number 3. Nowasaki losing the kickoff into his back corner, but quick to gain control. Nowasaki now created an open opportunity. I think Charlie B maybe had been bumped or had some physical play. Not able to be around to fix it. I think I've given chat too much power. Oh my goodness, Noasaki, look at this play from Noasaki. Oh, it's gonna get saved. The clip is saved. Fairy Peak did not get clipped on. Noasaki made a save on the backboard and then ground pinched it almost across the length of the field. The ground pinch rolling on the ground too is really, really tough to get enough power, and he was just so close to being able to do so. Noasaki will eventually get the first goal. Chaussette is the guy who popularized the Fennec, and he is playing the Fennec here today. What a dunk. Charlie B, a little bump to keep this possession going. Chaussette, I don't think he wanted the high bounce. I think he was hoping for something he could follow. As Fairy Peak, sidewall double. Is Fairy going to take it back? He is. You can see Chaussette trying to decide whether or not it made sense for him to go for it. Noasaki fake infield. Fairy falls for it once, and then he actually goes there. Caliente certainly looked like the strongest team in the bracket right now. You never really know how strong the different sides of the bracket are going to end up being. These are seeded by ranked, which can sometimes be unreliable. But it's looking like the Caliente side of the bracket was strong. Noasaki just all over the ball, refusing to give up one more touch once he thinks he's done. And he sets it up easy for Charlie. We'll hop into the lower bracket after this. So we'll have some lowers streamed here. But otherwise, I don't know if anybody else is live. Fairy Peak on the board. Kickoff goals, keeping them in this one when it looks like it might be a clean sweep. Charlie B, a doink up ahead. This 50 Cent straight up in the air. Noasaki gets a touch past Fairy. Just has Chaussette in net. Wants to go muscle 50 to get it through, but Chaussette slows it down enough. Ooh, nice touchdown from Chaussette. Almost as if in response to the chat spamming ++. Fairy Peak says he's not done yet. And drops one down to Chaussette to make it 2-2. Fairy Peak with the save. Noasaki can't make anything happen. Now just forcing his way back. What a save. Gets bumped into the net and just flips himself to hover in the spot that he thinks the shot is eventually going to be placed, and that is exactly what happened. Noasaki flipping out to snag the midfield 100. Chaussette wants a intense double. High power, long distance, not going to happen. Going to get cut off. Fairy Peak now just needs to roll this into the net. Chaussette is his lead blocker. The flick goes too high. Couldn't collect it quite fast enough, and the back pass will be a free open net. Caliente going to make it 3-2. It seems like Caliente has had some of the more easier open nets. Chaussette with 0 boost to work with. Has to kind of just dispossess the ball. Nowasaki to Charlie B. They're in front of the net. Chaussette, nice clear. Ooh, nice pass down. Charlie B makes sure Chaussette cannot challenge after setting up the shadow. You can see Chaussette getting forced deeper and deeper into net to try and dodge the bump. And I'm not sure he even did. Looking like a sweep. I think one thing we can do for the streak is we can lower the punishment slightly. And maybe I think I'm going to change it so that it doesn't activate at 3. It activates at 5. You have to, has to be a real streak going before you get timed out. It is limited at 1 day, to be fair. In worst case scenario. And just like the counting game, it does scale with how big of a streak you messed up. GG's! It's a sweep for Caliente, as they will await whoever comes out of the loser's bracket in the grand final.